Alright, God. I was not thinking about commentating today because of shit I was going through today, but whatever. What up, chat? Alright, about to get this the second game going on the series for the Canadians and Senators. The Ottawa Senators lead the series 1-0. Still, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, hold on. So technically, like 10 games left until we get to the game threes, and this qualifying round is going to end by the end of this weekend, and I already know it. Yo, Silver, what's up, dude? So every game 2 should be played in this stream, I think. I'll see. Depends. All right, let's get it. Welcome to Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, as this game 2 of this Atlantic Division Series is ready to go. Ottawa won Game 1 with a 5-1 victory. Let's see if Montreal can get a payback and bring Game 3 to Ottawa. And Caulfield losing control of that. Tim Stutzler trying to get the pass. It hits the skate of Emil Heineman. Zub on the sidewall to Batherson up ahead. Batherson centering pass, and here's Sanderson in the first save of the series for Primo. It's a good early stop there just to get the testing going. I have 3 matches left in game until game 3s. That's what's up. Face off 1. Artem Zub a shot and Primo the save. He'll play it out to Matheson. Caden Gourley sending Emil Heineman in. Emil Heineman stopped by Forsberg, rebound. And Caulfield has got it at the right circle. Beats it to Matheson, shooting, blocked by Tkachuk. And here goes a 3-on-1 for Ottawa the other way. It's Tim Stutzler. Here's a tip, and that one is blocked, I think, by Caulfield. Zub. Here's Dylan Cousins. That shot deflected off of Caulfield, and a stop there for Primo. Well, so some great pressure early on by these two teams. Even though there's a lot of time left to go here, there's gonna be a lot to see. Zetterlund. Here's Cousins. Now Zetterlund. Try a shot that doesn't get through. Juraj Slafkovsky through center. Slafkovsky, blocker stop by Forsberg. And Slafkovsky's got it again. Off the steal from Nick Jensen. Doc. Here's Lane Hudson. Tip there by Slafkovsky. Good blocker save made there by Forsberg. Puck in front. Forsberg will play it out to Cousins. Giroux to Zetterlund. Zetterlund to the point. Clevin. Jensen firing, and Primo the save again. Well, some great chances generating on here for Ottawa. Primo able to stand tall in net. Here's Struble around. Brandon Gallagher, Barron. Now up to Josh Anderson. He's going to fly in, and that one missed the far post as he tried to go glove side high. Here's Struble. He'll fire that, and a tip there by Barron. And Forsberg centered in his crease to cover that. We are already now we are already 8:40 into this period. Evans and Pinto to the right side of Anton Forsberg, and it's won by the Canadians. And that comes out of the zone as Barron lost an edge, kind of. Nice move by Barron. His shot was stopped, and Evans trying to get it. Struble firing, that breaks the stick of Travis Hamonic. I think Shane Pinto gave him his stick. Here's Evans with a shot. That is blocked, I think, by Pinto and out of play. Stutzla and Dvorak to the same spot. There's a shot tip and a save made by Forsberg. Caught now by Batherson. Here comes Brady Tkachuk. Gets the poke check on that by Barron. Tries to give it to Tkachuk. That's blocked by a stick and comes back into Montreal's possession. Drake Batherson knocked off his edge. Kapanen on Zub. Drake Sanderson. Batherson, now Zub. Zub centering in, shot, scores! Brady Tkachuk gets Ottawa going on first. And that's 2 straight games where the Senators have struck first.
Well, Zub is going to make that easy pass, and Tkachuk is able to space away from the Montreal defender and is able to bury that on the blocker side. It's going to hit the blocker and trickle over the line.
So Tkachuk from Zub and Batterson at 12:18. Here is Yoel Armia. Kapanen. Here's a shot that went wide. Artem Zub. And now the Senators are starting to gain some momentum here as they are starting to feel it now after that first goal by their captain. Matheson sending it across, and that did not reach his teammate. Stutzla around. Batherson on it. Pass to Stutzla. Now to Zub. He'll back off, and here's Tkachuk in and lost the handle. Tkachuk shooting, and Caden Primo able to hang on to that. I'm really watching Montreal versus Ottawa. Ottawa just lost to Colorado in Game 2 in my tournament, and Montreal is facing Washington right now in Game 2.
Nice.
Jensen with it. Pass down low to Zetterlund. There's a shot blocked. Jensen. Shabbat down low to Zetterlund. Giroux behind. In front, Caden Primo the save off Fabian Zetterlund as he tries to look for that short side.
Well, you're not going to get it past that glove side really easily on a tight angle like that.
Giroux off the draw and tries the shot, and that doesn't go. Here comes Kirby Dach for Montreal. Dach, Slavkovsky, goalie, and it leaked through Anton Forsberg, but it did not go in the net. Here's Dylan Cousins up. Claude Giroux's now on it. Claude Giroux to the point. Here's Shabbat, a shot that is blocked. Caden Gooley trying to get that puck free. Zetterlund comes up with it. Back to Zetterlund. One-timer, that is blocked. Dach trying to hold it in. Lane Hudson, Dach. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Canadians. New look. In front. What a stop by Forsberg. Oh man, isn't that a big save for the Ottawa netminder on a 2-on-1 here. And that is a huge glove save. And it's Slavkovsky who comes in close on him. Just gets the glove on it. He would have had a chance to bury it underneath the glove, but it came close as Forsberg came out of his crease to challenge the shot.
He did indeed.
Montreal wins the draw in the offensive zone. Here's Savard, blocked, and McEwen will get that out. And after 20 minutes, Ottawa leads as Brady Tkachuk got them on the board first. Artem Zub to Brady Tkachuk for the game's only goal after the first period. The shots, though, after that first period, we can already see 10-7 in favor of Montreal. Hits 10-10. Time on attack, just 5 seconds apart. Ottawa with 3:25 and Montreal with 3:20. Passing percentages, technically 91% for Montreal, 88.1% for Ottawa. Face-off wins are 6-4 in favor of Montreal. No penalties so far, which is good. Will the Blue Jackets recover after losing by 7 in Game 2 against the Devils? 8-1, Jesus, bro. Well, thank you, Ovi, for that. And now it is time for the second period. Suzuki and Stutzla on the dot. And we are underway. Emil Heineman brings it in. He'll put it around the end boards to Cole Caulfield there. Matheson banged by Tkachuk. Here comes a 3-on-1. Stutzla passing there. Here's Matheson stop. Rebound. Tkachuk was there. Just couldn't get a clean shot on. Sanderson at the point. Batherson will shoot that. That one is blocked. Suzuki. Emil Heineman. Goalie to Nick Suzuki. Here's Heineman, a blast, and stopped by Forsberg. And getting it in front. Oh, good stop by Forsberg. Suzuki with a great one-timer. And here's Batherson coming in for Ottawa. Batherson in, scores! Drake Batherson, a short side shot on the blocker. And Ottawa is up 2-0 in Game 2.
Yeah, well, that's really unfortunate. Suzuki with the one-timer opportunity to tie the game, and then a turnover by the Habs in a neutral zone will cause a turnover, and Batherson is not going to miss a like that. Goes over the blocker of Caden Primo.
Newhook and Giroux is off one, caught by Dylan Cousins around the net. Here's Giroux, one-timer, that one misses. Giroux on it again. Zetterlund, good save made there by Primo. And sending it, Jensen. Shabbat shoots, and that's stopped by the blocker of Primo. To the net, that's blocked. And now here goes a 2-on-1. Here's Newhook. He's in. Glove stopped by Forsberg. And caught by Dylan Cousins. Here's Kirby Dach behind the net. We'll send it. Savard. A good stop there by Forsberg. And that pass is going to miss out of possession. And that's icing on the Sens. Jake Evans and Claude Giroux. Won by Ottawa. And they'll push through. Zetterlund. Back to Zetterlund from Shabbat. Dylan Cousins. A blast, and that does not reach Primo. Cousins. Shabbat firing, and that hits something and goes wide. Brendan Gallagher. Over to Josh Anderson. Anderson is going to wait. He's going to come in. Goes on the backhand. Sends it over top of Forsberg, and he's going to glove it. Perfect. Christian Dvorak and Shane Pinto to the left of Anton Forsberg. and won the face-off is Barron in a shot. Stopped there by Forsberg. Here comes Pinto. He's got speed through the neutral zone. He's gonna go in. What a move! Gets it over to Pirani. Just missed it. And here's Amadio. Shoots. Stopped by Primo. Pinto in front. Just trying to look for a rebound. Not gonna work. And getting it to Perron behind the net now. Here's Amadio. Zub. Drake Sanderson off the post. A bunch of bodies blocking the eyesight. Zub will shoot that. That one blocked. Zub again. And that one blocked again. Christian Dvorak got that one. Perron. Sending it again. Sanderson. Here's Amadio, and Primo had to be secure of that as it almost trickled through his legs. Off the draw, and it's won by Montreal, but Brady Tkachuk has it. Clevin at the point. Hamonic. Clevin. Wide open Hamonic. Off the crossbar, it goes right back into Primo. Oh, that looked very close there for Ottawa to take a 3-0 lead.
Well, they have done very well in this second period. They've won most of the faceoffs, and they're getting a lot of pressure.
Patterson, point, and shot. That's blocked. Emil Heineman, his stick breaks. Trying to kick it to his teammate. And Patterson has it. Here's Stutzla. Clevin. Tkachuk. Here's Hamonic, blocked by Nick Suzuki. Here comes Suzuki. And he'll put it around the boards, and that's not going to do much as the Senators come back the other way quickly. Here's Brady Tkachuk in front, and that's off the stick of Primo. Goes for the poke check to clear it. And getting it, sends it, and a good stop by Forsberg off Yuri Slavkovsky. Clevin trying to hold his balance. Kirby Doc has got it. David Savard. Here's a shot, and Forsberg the save. Greg and Evans. Won by Montreal. And Lane Hudson did not expect that to happen. But off his own post. Josh Anderson looking to go. Here he is, nice play. Goes around and gets a shot and stopped there and intercept pass. Anderson's got it again. Trying to go down low with it. And that's intercepted there. Going in front. What a stop by Forsberg. Right in front of the net. Evans had a great opportunity. Here comes Nick Cousins. Nick Jensen losing control. Here's a shot by Greg that was blocked. Jaden Struble clears the zone. Second period over here in game 2. Third period is upcoming. Drake Batherson made it 2-0 in that period. Thanks to him.
Anyways, the shots at the end of the second period: 11 Montreal, 8 for Ottawa, and going to a total shots equal 21 Montreal, 15 Ottawa. The hits 24 Montreal, 17 Ottawa. Time on attack almost 8 minutes for Ottawa, 7 minutes 51 seconds, and Montreal 5.5 minutes at 5:31. Passing percentages are going pretty well still. 87.4% for Ottawa, and Montreal went down by a couple of percentage. They're now at 82.5%. And the faceoff wins 10-8 in favor of the Canadiens, and no penalties so far yet.
Well, in the playoffs, the penalties are going to be probably more strict.
Well, we'll see about that.
Here we go in the third period underway. Montreal looking to get on the board. Suzuki, Caulfield, one-timer, and Forsberg will make his first save of the period. Off of that shot by Mike Matheson. Stutzla and Suzuki. Here's Artem Zub. Tkachuk now to Batherson. Batherson will wait it. Go behind the back, and that's outside the zone. Zub trying a shot, and that one doesn't go. Here's Caulfield the other way. Puts on the brakes. Here's Caden Gooley, a blast, and that one blocked. Here's Tkachuk now on it. And Caulfield takes away that pass. Matheson gets around him. Going in front, and Forsberg the save there. Dylan Cousins to Zetterlund. And trying to get it, and Gooley intercepts that. Doc, Slavkovsky. Slavkovsky, Matheson, getting it, new hook. Gooley, good puck movement there by the Canadians. And Doc is not expecting that, so it will come back in Ottawa's possession. Dylan Cousins won't be able to do anything there. And that will be icing against the Canadians. And the face-off one, here's Nick Jensen on it. Jensen, Shabbat, stopped there by Primo, Perron. Over to Pinto. He'll go around the netto with it. And a one-timer off the post by Thomas Shabbat. Jensen firing, blocker stopped there by Caden Primo. Nick Jensen. Wait, here's Clevin shooting and a save, rebound. And here's Clevin firing, blocked. Amadio trying to send one over to Pinto, but it goes off the outside of the net. And now here comes Alex Newhook. Newhook is 1-on-4. Trying to go in front, but Forsberg will track that. And Clevin to David Perron as he enters the Montreal zone. And here's Clevin, a shot. Primo will swallow that into his equipment. We got under 10 minutes left to go in the third period, as Montreal still looking to try and capitalize. Stutzla, Clevin, blocked. Batherson has it now. Tkachuk to the point. Hamonic shoots, stopped by Primo, and Tkachuk right on the doorstep, not able to get that last touch. Evans, and here's Savardo with it. Josh Anderson, and that's up to Evans. Travis Hamonic. Tkachuk, that is offside as Stutzla will touch it. Stutzla and Suzuki. And it's caught by Lane Hudson. And now it's Batherson. And he threw it on Caden Primo. Don't think he meant to do that. And they score! A turnover by Caden Primo goes on the stick of Tim Stutzla. And it's 3-0 Ottawa. That's a terrible giveaway by Caden Primo.
He really thought David Savard was going to get it. He was right next to him, and the puck is just going to go up the slot to the opponent.
3-0 now for the Senators. They continue to dominate. Hudson. Here's Cole Caulfield. Going around the boards. Here's Savard. Far side, and late Hudson deflected by Suzuki, and that is going wide. Brady Tkachuk. And is caught by Tim Stutzla. Nice move in the backhand, blocked by Barron. And Caulfield brings it up. Caulfield will throw it down to Suzuki on the backboards. Here's Barron firing. That one was blocked. Sanderson. And here's a 3-on-1 for Ottawa the other way. In front, stop, rebound, and Caden Primo able to hang on to that. 4:19 to go, third period. Doesn't seem like Montreal is gonna get a lot of chances here. Here's Artem Zub. Sanderson, oh, he scores! Jake Sanderson, excuse me, with a wrist shot that beats Primo on the blocker side, and Ottawa now is up 4-0.
Yeah, it's just a clean win here by Claude Giroux, and we'll see the shot here by Sanderson. Oh yeah, that is straight in. Primo does not even see that coming either.
Montreal off the draw will get it. Yoel Armia. Kapanen. Jaden Struble shooting. Glove saved by Forsberg. Hangs on. 3:17 for the Senators until they take a 2-0 lead in this qualifying series. And here's Dylan Cousins. He's gonna drive in and go in, and a good save and a shot by Zub. That was stopped. Giroux. Sanderson will shoot that. That one blocked. Here's Jaden Struble up to Kapanen. And that pass just wide though. Christian Dvorak's got it now. Back check. They shoot, and Zub gets the block on that. Claude Giroux now. And getting it, Zub firing. That's a stop there for Primo. Nick Cousins to Claude Giroux. That doesn't happen. And now here's Yoel Armia sending it. That one broken up. Cousins checked along the boards. Zub centering it in front. Good poke check there by Primo. One timer and almost sneaked through Primo. 34 seconds left. And Gooley springs out Anderson. Anderson is in, and a stop by Forsberg. Now up it goes to Jensen. 20 seconds left in the third. Here's Cousins behind his back. Gets it to Anderson again. And Jake Evans having trouble trying to connect that puck. And that is onside. Getting it, Evans shoots, stop, rebound, just wide. Pinto has got it, and Ottawa is gonna get a shutout in game 2 and take the qualifier series lead 2-0 over the Montreal Canadiens. Sending it back to the nation's capital, Ottawa, Ontario, with a chance to clean sweep. Well, it's been a great game to watch. Thank you for watching this, and we will see you for the game 3s when Montreal plays next in
in Ottawa. God, every time I gotta press the wrong one. All right. We are about to continue the game twos. I was only able to play, I think, one game yesterday because the 2025 NHL draft was going on yesterday and earlier today. So I was watching that to see who the teams would get and everything. Yo, I can't even see the chat well. Hold on. Whoever it is in chat, hold on just 1 second. Mad Zach, what's good, bro? That name is familiar. Like, weren't you in my streams before? Frondel and Desnoyers. Yeah, they're good players. I mean, I don't know who Frondel is. I think he's Sweden. I think that's what the draft said, that he's from Sweden. Yeah, I rated. Oh, that's you. Okay. I hit you back up with that follow, dude. 3rd overall for Chicago. Yeah. I got you. But hey, man, I saw a post that from the Hawks on Instagram that was saying that in the draft 2 years ago, in 2023, we got Nick Lardis from the Brantford Bulldogs. Well. So yeah, Nick Lardis from the Bulldogs. Marek Vanacker in 2024, and who was the third? In this year's draft, Patrick Holmes. So that is 3 Brantford Bulldog players in 3 years, which is incredible. I'm happy about that. Desnoyers 4th for Utah. Oh, that's right. He went to Utah. Oh, yeah, I'm my bad. I liked the team he was on. Like, I got to know the team because of their jerseys. Like, I saw a post from the Moncton Wildcats, and like, oh my god, I was like, oh my gosh, what team is that? All of a sudden, I searched it up. Like, their Claws jerseys, like, they're like just the nicest. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna get the game going here. Hopefully your day is going good though, Mad Zach. Junior team that I go to is the Moncton Wildcats. Damn. Wait, are you from like New Brunswick or something? Really? Wow. Well, that's good to hear, cause I'm from Toronto, Ontario. That's awesome, man. All right, 6 minutes into the stream. I'm going to get this game going. All right, game 2 between these two teams. Welcome to the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, as we are ready to begin game 2 between these two Central Division teams, Utah Hockey Club and the Chicago Blackhawks. The Blackhawks lead this qualifying series 1-0. Let's see what we got for game 2 as we are underway, and the Blackhawks will start with the early possession. Jean Martinez, and it's blocked in the lane by Dursey. Keller in his own zone will enter center ice. Pass to Sergachev. Through a seam, but cut off by Teravainen. Martinez. Jones. Here's Martinez. Badar, he'll shoot that. That one blocked. Teravainen trying to go after it. He's being pushed by Sergachev. Jones pass on, and Clayton Keller takes that one away. And Utah tries to regroup, but it's kept in the zone by Teravainen. Great work by Teravainen on Mikhail Sergachev. Martinez will shoot. Glove stop by Karel Vejmelka. Hangs on. Canada. Yeah, dude. That's awesome, man. Hopefully I get to see your streams out one day, bro. Logan Cooley wins the face-off, and it's caught by Dylan Gunther on the round back boards. Lawson Krause on the zone entry. And that's cut off by Taylor Hall to the pass for John Marino. Here comes Hall. Taylor Hall. He waits to the point. Tipped by Jones, and Kurashev can't get the second shot on goal. And Jones tipped by someone in front. I think that was Taylor Hall, and Vejmelka makes a save. A great chance there on the deflection as Vejmelka read it perfectly too. Marino will send it over to Logan Cooley. Dylan Gunther will get it to Krause. Marino firing, and the first stop of the game for Spencer Knight. And here's Marino. That shot kind of went on edge. And here comes Ilya Mikheyev. Mikheyev is in. He gets it across. Good cough there by Dylan Gunther. And Vejmelka's gonna cover. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I let chat do my franchise mode. It's pretty fun. Oh yeah? That's nice. Nick Bustad off the draw for Utah. Around the boards for Jack McBain. Kerfoot lost that in his possession. Here's Brody, shoots, and a stop by Vejmelka. Up to Kerfoot. Here's McBain. Jack McBain, and took it away by Jason Dickinson. And puck is collected by Nick Bustad from the Kerfoot pass. And he's knocked down. Foligno. He'll put it around the boards. That will be icing on the Hawks. Or never mind. Juuso Välimäki has it in his own zone. Great pass to McBain. A bad change almost by the Hawks. And shot. Good save by Knight. And now it's caught by Foligno as he goes against two Utah players. Here's Wyatt Kaiser. Gonna go in front. Maroon, and a good interception by Nick Schmaltz, a former Blackhawk there. Michelli. Send it Dursey on net, and Spencer Knight will put it to the side. And we'll send it over. Here's Dursey. Had a bad angle to shoot that puck. Schmaltz. Here's Dursey. Shoots. Kick stop there by Spencer Knight. Wyatt Kaiser. A far pass Athanasiou. Nice spinorama move. Here's Reichel trying to send one on net and try to get a tip there from Athanasiou. Vejmelka's going to hang on to that. Well, the Blackhawks have been looking for those rebound chances and deflections. Has not been happening as Utah looks like they're in control in this one on their defense. Clayton Keller will come up. Keller, Nick Schmaltz shoots. They score! The forward Blackhawk gets Utah on the board first. Nick Schmaltz. And I believe that's his first of the qualifying series. This puck is gonna take a bounce off of right off the blocker of Knight. It's one of those bad bounces and nightmares for goaltenders going off their equipment and into their own net. So Utah has the first goal of game number 2. Still lots of time left. 6:13 left in the first. Ian Cole off the boards. Barrett Hayden will try to make a pass back. Bertuzzi will come up with it. Here's Bedard. Good shot. Stopped by Vejmelka. Trying to pass that, and that's cut off there by Bertuzzi. Ian Cole. Carolina gets a little hit there. Hayden. Kevin Stenlund to the point. Kesselring. Kesselring shoots it, and a stop by Knight. In the end boards, caught by Barrett Hayden. The Bedard to Martinez. Reverses back, but comes back here. Bertuzzi sending it. Bedard in front. Good stop by Vejmelka. No rebound there. Brody will clear it in. Kesselring over to Lawson Krause. And here's Mikheyev. Shoots, and a block there from Yusuf Valimaki. It goes right back to Mikheyev. Vlasic. Brody gets set up. Gets it to Mikheyev. Here's Vlasic firing and kind of fanned on that, kind of whipped on it. It kind of whipped on him as his stick kind of went over top of it. There's a shot from Vejmelka to save as Khrushchev parked in front, and 34 seconds left in the first period. We'll get a whistle. Face off one. Here's Vlasic. A shot to off the post there. I think Mikheyev may have got a touch on it. Here comes Keller. Plain Keller. He's in. Here we go. And Knight the save. And clears it out by TJ Brody. And the clock expires. What a chance there for Clayton Keller on the breakaway against TJ Brody. But anyways, it is 1-0 for the HC after this goal by Nick Schmaltz. Ovi, I'll send it to you. All right, appreciate it. Getting into a pretty good start in this game here. Utah, of course, up 1-0. Total shots 8-7 in favor of Chicago. Hits 10-5 Chicago. Time on attack. The Hawks have had most possession in that first period, and they've done pretty well on the offensive pressure, but they need to work harder. They need to work more on their passing. But anyways, time on attack for Chicago 337 and Utah 210. Passing percentages, like I said, the passing has to be more better, as we got 75% for the Hawks and 73.8 for Utah. And the face-off wins, Utah has won 5 out of 7 and Chicago 2 out of 7. No penalties so far, which is good. It should be a great battle. Let's send it to the second. All right, Olvi, thank you very much with the stats after the first 20 minutes of this second game of the series. And the Blackhawks will take possession early in the second. And that one intercepted by Matias Michelli. Here goes a chance. Keller across. Oh, what a stop! Spencer Knight, spectacular! And a shot. Knight with the glove stop. What a stop by Spencer Knight. Who was that had that chance? I think that was Clay. That was Matias Michelli. Look at that. Gets the blocker on it. I thought it was the pad. Look at it right there. Yeah. He kind of chipped it up on his stick a little. Oh, that's a big save there. Unbelievable. Just the stretch though with that right arm to get across is spectacular by the Chicago netminder. Bedard and Schmaltz. And won by Connor Bedard. Here's Teravainen. Bedard again. Jones. And here's Bertuzzi. Behind the net, we'll get it to Bedard behind. Jones shoots, and a glove stop by Karel Vejmelka. Bedard and Schmaltz again, and this time Schmaltz wins it. Matthias Michelli over to Schmaltz, and that was intercepted. Michelli shot, and that stopped. Michelli a little too late to get to that puck. Dursey. And coolly checked there by Teravainen, I believe that was. Kraus. One-timer, Sergachev, and a save there. And Bedard just randomly passed it to his goaltender. I think he meant to pass it up the ice. Yeah, it's just you're on an awkward angle trying to pass that puck. And that is not going to be icing on the Hawks as it was slowly down the wall. And getting it to Hall. Brody, that one misses the pass, and Dylan Gunther has it. Never mind as Brody gets it. Kurashev, Vlasic, and a one-timer stop there. 100.7 miles per hour on that slapper by Alex Vlasic. Taylor Hall back behind the net. Here's Gunther in. Good save by Knight as Gunther came out of nowhere and came almost for a wraparound. Here's a chance. Mikhailov stopped by Vejmelka. Another big save for the Utah netminder. Well, he's been reading those shots well. He's out to challenge that shot, and he gets the perfect opportunity to make a great save. Brody, Vlasic, what a block there. That was Jack McBain. And here's Kerfoot, centering pass. McBain, stopped by Knight, and he hangs on again. Man, some brilliant chances from both sides this early in the period. It's now it's almost reaching the 10th minute mark of the second period. Here's Kerfoot. Marino blocked. Kerfoot can't hold the zone, and that is offside on Utah. TJ Brody up to Pat Maroon. Getting around. Here's Jason Dickinson to the point. Here's a Vlasic, a shot. It was knocked down in front of the net. And that one missed the stick of Vlasic, and it's caught, and it's going to be caught here by Butstad in the Hawks' end. Here's Butstad sending it. Valimaki firing, and a blocker save by Knight. And Maroon on the interception. Here comes Vlasic again. Trying to center that off the skate of Valimaki, and he's got it. Barrett Hayden shoots, and saved by Knight into his into the in part of his pad and hangs on. Utah has been great on hits in this game, and there's an example of one there. They're physical when they know that they're playing very confident and everything. And right now they're feeling it. Jones over to Andreas Athanasiou. Almost been to the boards there. Joe Veleno was just traded to the Hawks before the qualifying series. And Martinez, Veleno over to Martinez. He'll shoot it, stopped by Vejmelka. Comes out of his net there is the goaltender and almost got a trick on him. Shot, that one blocked by Hayden. And here comes Michael Kesselring. Kesselring, the big defenseman around the net. Ian Cole shoots, and that stopped
there by Spencer Knight. Trying to get it to the point that's blocked off. Murphy after the seal will come back. And Connor Bedard on the other side. And one-timer, good save there by Karel Vejmelka. And Kaiser on the takeaway. And Nick Schmaltz, I think he accidentally let that puck go. Schmaltz. And trying to get that one-timer, but Bertuzzi blocks the pass. Good pressure there by Mikhail Sergachev. Dursey up now to Sergachev, and he'll come up the ice. Sergachev trying to release a good shot, but he kind of whipped on it. Dursey to the point. Schmaltz firing, trying to get his second of the game. And that was stopped by Knight as it hit a couple bodies in front. And Vlasic, pressure from behind. Can't hold on to the puck that well. Here's Brody, that's blocked by Mikheyev. And Mikheyev in front for Melka, huge save. He'll play it to end the period as he saw how much time was on the clock. It is an unbelievable game so far. The Hawks trying to work to get to getting it through the Utah netminder, but he's been right on time for those great opportunities the Hawks have had. Ovi, I'll send it to you for the stats. All right, thank you very much. As you see, it's still a 1-0 lead for the Utah Hockey Club. Chicago, again, yep, like you said, is still we're working their way up. Yo, what's good, Silver? So we got Utah leading the shots, 16-14. The shots in that second period were 9 for Utah and 6 for Chicago. The hits, Chicago is gonna probably starting to get physical in this next period as they look to get on the board. But anyways, 15-10 in favor of the Hawks on hits. Time on attack, the Blackhawks got more possession after 40 minutes of play. 6:32 past 6.5 minutes, and 5:15 for Utah. The passing percentages are not too bad, but I think the teams have gone down in that. 75.3% for Chicago and 68.8% for Utah. And the face-off wins are even at 7 apiece. Now let's send it back to you. All right, thank you, Ovi, for the stats there. After 2 periods of play. Now let's get the third period going. Can Utah hang on to this lead and send it back to Utah for game 3 with the series tied, or can Chicago get a comeback victory? We will see. First shot is stopped by Knight off that shot from the point. Here's Keller. Sergachev, here's Dursey. That shot, trying to get a deflection there, was Matthias Michelli. Sergachev trying to get in a position to shoot that puck. He did. Lost it. Here comes Bertuzzi. Doesn't have a lot of speed on him. Back and I'll go stop there, and then the puck is knocked out of midair back into Chicago territory. Teravainen. He'll go in, shoots, rebound! Oh, and a great opportunity there for Bertuzzi on the rebound as he just couldn't squeak that by the short side. Going in front, and Spencer Knight able to hang on to that after it hit a skate and went toward the goaltender. Cooley and Sergachev. And it's won by Utah. Here's Sergachev, a shot blocked by Cooley. To the point, Sergachev. Cooley shoots, glove stopped by Knight. And he plays it to defenseman TJ Brody. Up now to Taylor Hall. Mikheyev. Point pass, Brody shoots it, blocks it, and the rebound. Hall can't shoot that puck. What a great block that was off the skate, I think, of Mikhail Sergachev. Vlasic
Now it's Makayev. Loses that. Cooley. Kraus. And Valimaki now to Gunther. Almost looking for a beautiful pass there. That was pretty close. And gets it to Foligno. A 3-on-1 for the Hawks. Foligno! Glove stop by Vejmelka. Man, if he would have probably got a chance to pass that puck, something better would have happened. And gets on the one-timer, and Marino shot just wide of the net. Kerfoot holds the puck in. Marino shot. That was tipped on goal, I think, by either Bustad or Vlasic. Could not tell. And now here's Foligno. Faking the pass twice and missed just out of the reach of Connor Murphy, and it's back in Chicago territory. And intercepted. We'll go in front. McBain stopped there by Knight. Now we reach the 10-minute mark of the third, and that is going to be icing on the Hawks. Under 10 minutes left in the third now. Maroon. Here's Connor Bedard. Trying to make a move. He does. He still has the puck. Here's Murphy. Glove stop through a screen as Foligno was at the net. Here's Valimaki now up to Clayton Keller. And a shot. Good shot by the captain. And that's stopped by Knight. Trying to go in front, and that's off the skate of Schmaltz, I believe. And getting it, Bertuzzi, good look. And Vejmelka with the save as Connor Bedard almost got an assist for himself. Yeah, the play by Yusuf Valimaki knocks Bedard down after that to make sure he doesn't get a rebound, because he was at the circle trying to look for a bouncing rebound. Sean Dursey, and that's out of the zone. Jones has it. Bertuzzi sending it, and that's intercepted by Dursey. Mikhail Sergachev will reverse back. And Matthias Michelli will come in. Centering pass, and that's collected by Martinez. Martinez, Bedard, as Bertuzzi is being pushed offside. Here's Jones, shoots, and that one blocked by Sergachev. Here's Kraus on the backhand, gets it to Dursey. Michelli in, shoots, and a good save by Knight. 4 minutes left to go in the third period. Makayev looks at the clock, I think so. Makayev, across, stopped by Vejmelka. Big save for the Utah goaltender. And it's still 1-0. Here's Logan Cooley to the point. He'll shoot that. That one blocked by Makayev. Here comes Martinez. Down below, and that's John Marino picking that up. And Martinez firing, glove stop by Vejmelka. Face off, and it's won by Dickinson. One timer just misses the target. 1:30 to go in the third. Here's McBain on it. To the point, Marino. Here's Bustad. He'll shoot it. That one blocked. Final minute, third period. Marino going in front. Bustad off the outside of the cage. Now Brody will come up the ice. Dickinson has it. Jason Dickinson shoots. Stop there. And Vlasic trying to regain the possession. Maroon, Vlasic to the point. Brody. Here's Dickinson shooting. That got deflected as it hit someone in front. And Utah will clear it. Vlasic has it. 23 seconds. Foligno, Vlasic, shoot, just wide. Marino can't get the puck out. Bustad will. And that's all the way down. Can Chicago get an icing quickly? Yes, they will. 11 seconds left. Man, Utah has done well to get in the lanes of those passes. And the faceoff is won by Utah. And Bustad is going to bring it down into the Hawks' end. Here's Bustad. Gets it. Across. Shooting. Stop. And the rebound. And a shot. Stop again. And Utah wins. Utah wins its first ever Stanley Cup qualifier game. But with a shutout over the Blackhawks in Game 2. And we will head to Chicago with the series head to Utah with the series tied at 1. Man, Vejmelka made some great saves in that game, and like honestly, he should be named one of the stars here. Well, we will see you soon in Utah for the first ever Stanley Cup qualifier game in the city of Utah in Ovi's NHL history, which will be coming up soon. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
All right, just get this going. All right, Johansson and Anthony Stolarz. Oh man. All right, let's see how these goalies do. All right, let's get it. Welcome back to Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, as we get set for Game 2 of this Atlantic Division Series in the Stanley Cup Qualifiers between the Lightning and the Leafs. The Leafs with a 5-2 win in Game 1. What can happen here in Game 2? Shot all off the post already! Erik Cernak, almost under a minute in, hit one off the post. Cernak will get it to Hedman. Hedman wants to get it to Kucherov, but Riley's there. Behind the net, and Marner's got it. Brandon Carlo got his first goal as a Maple Leaf in Game 1. Here's Kucherov to Point. What a move, but Morgan Riley, a good play to step up to him. Matthews, Marner. And that pass is down, and that is icing against Toronto. Here's Darren Radish. McDonough. Cam Atkinson again. And here's a one-timer. That one blocked. Caught by Atkinson again. Here's Sorelli, McDonough, Radish, and Marner on the take. John Tavares, and collected by Ryan McDonough. McDonough's in, shooting, and a stop for Anthony Stolarz. Hangs on. Here's McDonough, Hagel. McDonough will shoot that. That one blocked by Tanev. Hagel again. And that will be out of the reach of McDonough and out. And Tampa Bay gets a change. McDonough will head off, it looks like. No, he doesn't. Darren Radish goes in front. Here's a chance. McDonough blocked by Domi. And it's caught by the Leafs. Nylander, Matthew Nyes. Makes his move. Around the net, Nyes. Ekman Larson, that one blocked. Connor Sherry. And that's intercepted by Ekman Larson as he'll send it into the corner of the Lightning zone. The pass. Ekman Larson shoots. That's deflected. And stopped by Johansson. And Matthew Nyes trying to make a move, and he took off the puck there. Connor Sherry will come in. What a hit right there by Chris Tanev. And Sherry is down and he's hurt.
Yeah, that was a big hit in the open ice area.
Scott Lawton. Here's Ekman Larson. Glove stop Johansson. And the whistle will go immediately as Connor Sherry is hurt.
Yeah, we can take a look at that hit again. And that is elbow right to the chest area. That is a tough one to take, and Connor Sherry is going to be going off to the room here to be checked on. Yeah, man, that was just a painful hit.
Paul and Lawton on the face-off. Here's Jake McCabe, a shot. Johansson a save, through a screen. Erik Cernak, Hedman, centering pass, Paul. Paul's gonna come in, pass across the rebound, and that was poked, I think, by Stolarz. And Michael Esimo will take it. Zemzis Girgensson. Here's Esimo, will take a shot, scores! Michael Esimo has the icebreaker in game 2 for Tampa Bay. And they have their first lead of the series.
Well, it's just a simple walk in here by Nick Paul. And he just wants to drive to the net, and Stolarz kind of he reads it well, but he doesn't expect the shot to go like farly short side. That's exactly where it goes. Yeah, as you can see, that late reaction there by the blocker of Stolarz. Did not expect that to go that side.
So Tampa Bay is off and running first in game 2. Here's a Moser, that one blocked outside the zone, and it's Nick Perbix. Here's Nikita Kucherov as I think it's the 4th line for the Leafs on right now. Lorentz pinned by Kucherov. He's got the puck. Hakanpää on the steal. Can't get much to go there. Reeves trying to send it in front. Perbix will pass it into the corner. And that's intercepted, and that's that onside. Yes, it is. Here's Reeves, and stopped by Johansson. 98 point something mile per hour slapper right there.
Yeah, and here's the hit by Lorentz after a pass by Perbix. It's a big hit there.
5:03 in the first period to go. Atkinson around the boards. Hedman sends it up to Hagel. And here's Atkinson, Chernak, Hedman, Hagel, blocked by Morgan Riley. And that's stolen. Riley gets it again. Carlo, Matthews, takeaway there. Hagel's got it. Chernak to Anthony Cirelli. Cirelli back in, and here's a shot. That one deflected, and Kucherov will end up getting it. Here's a chance here. Matthews, he's in shooting zone. Rebound, and Marner can't get that puck as it hit his knee. And here's Riley, shoots, tip there, wide by Matthews. Trying to go in front, Tavares, and good pickpocket there by Cirelli. Hedman behind his back to Hagel. And around the boards. And Nylander's got it. Domi's in shooting, blocked by Perbix's leg. And Nick Paul will come back. Nick Paul making a move. Goes in front, and Esimel, a backhand shot stopped by Stolarz. And the first period has come to an end as Tampa Bay has the game's opening goal. Their first lead of the series from Michael Esimel.
Well, it's been a great first period between these two big Atlantic Division teams. You can see the Leafs lead the shots 6-3. They were down, I think, 3-0 in the shots earlier. The hits are 13-9 in favor of the Leafs. Time on attack. Tampa doing more well in this game with puck possession with 4 minutes and a second. Toronto almost 2 minutes. Passing percentages 81.8 for Tampa and 75.9, technically 76% for the Leafs. And the faceoff wins 5 out of 6 for Tampa and 1 out of 6 for the Leafs. Let's go.
All right, thank you very much. We're all set for the second period. Here's the Leafs starting to get the possession at this time of the period. Here's a shot that will stop. Rebound, and good save by Johansson. And Riley around the boards to Carlo. Carlo around him. Tavares, and that's taken by Gensel, but he missed it. And here's Matthews. He's took off the puck there. Gensel at the end boards. Kensel, Kucherov, here's Point, shooting, and Stolarz the stop. Hands it out with no one around him. Tavares, backhander on net, and Marner there trying to get a deflection, it looked like. There's a shot, that one stopped by Johansson. Hedman, here comes Kucherov, sending it, point, stop, rebound, and Kucherov has got it again. Kucherov down low to Point. Point waits, shoots, stopped by Stolars, gets it back. McDonough, Darren Radish, that blocked it away by Stolars. And Kucherov has got it. Point. Here's McDonough. And one-timer Hagel just wide. Rebound and good poke check there by Stolars into the end boards in the corner. Nylander to Carlo. Here comes Nyes. Will shoot that, and a stop, and the rebound, bouncing around at center, at the center of the slot. Here's Pacioretty, gets a stick on that. Here's David Kampf, he's in on goal, and a stop by Johansson, and hangs on. And first shot by the Leafs in a couple of minutes, as Tampa had about 30 plus seconds, I believe, on attack in the Leaf end on that previous play. McDonough around the boards. Hegel's got it. Hegel around the boards. McDonough has it. And Kampf. Hegel will send it. And a one-timer, Cam Atkinson. And a good stop for Stolars with the blocker. And sending it. Pacioretty's in. He's in. And a stop by Johansson. Tanev at the point. Here's the pass on Kampf in front. Oh, what a stop on Scott Lawton by Johansson. Oh man, that's a big save right there for the Tampa netminder. Good movements, and he's able to read that well. And that's a close in one-timer shot in the middle of the slot. Chernak will get it to Michael Esimone, who has the game's opening goal. He'll send it. Hedman shooting. That one blocked by Reeves. And Stolars will get the play. Yanni Hakanpää off the outside of the net. Here's Chernak sending it. Esimone. A one-timer across. Hedman unable to connect. Here's Lawrence on the back skate. McMahon. And Yanni Hakanpää blocked, and Chernak will take advantage. Here comes Paul. Paul is up the ice. Heading on, Esimone, and a stop by Stolars. Gets it to McMahon on the play. Tavares. Yanni Hakanpää again. Tavares. Hakanpää, one-timer that misses everything, and back into the zone. Matthews will come up. Here's Tavares. Ekman Larson, good take there by Gensel. Is that out? Yes, it is. And it's being dumped back into Tampa territory. Here's Chernak. Will feed it. Kucherov. He's in! And a stop by Stolars. And the puck ends up out. Moser. Here's Ekman Larson on a steal. Chris Tanev, almost said Brandon. And here comes Hagel. Hagel on the zone entry. Nick Perbix. Here's a Moser across Hagel. And here's a weak backhander by Moser. And he gets it back after Marner gets hit. And Marner will take a steal. Here's a chance at Domi. Yes, he's onside. 1-on-4 right now. Domi shooting, and a stop by Johansson, hanging on. Man, some great chances for Tampa, and well, I'll pretty much say both teams. This has been a great back and forth game here. Getting a bunch of chances, the pressure and the hits is just insane in this game. Here's a shot, that one blocked by Nylander. He shoots, rebound, where is it? It was in the crease and swept out. Wonder how that was swept out. Here's Mose. Hagel blocked. Don't know who blocked that. Here's Nylander the other way for the Leafs. Getting it, shoots, and blocker stop by Johansson. Riley sending it to Carlo. Tip on goal, and good save by Johansson.
Here's Cam Atkinson. Now it's Glenn Denning trying to make a move. He does. Lost the puck. And back in Tampa territory, that will miss, and it's icing on Toronto with 1.6 on the clock. Nylander and Glenn Denning. And that will end the second period. Still 1-0 for the Lightning since Michael Esimo gave them the lead. So great chances for the Leafs in that period. And look at that. Swept out by Nick Perbix on that great chance as Domi looked like he had a wide open cage. Man, yes, he did, and the shots after that second period, 11 Toronto, 7 Tampa. Toronto in the lead in shots, still 17-10. Hits, 23 to Toronto, 18 Tampa. Almost 7 minutes for Tampa on time on attack, and 4:42 for the Leafs. Passing percentages, 84.4 for Tampa, as they're doing pretty good. 80.6 for Toronto. Face-off wins 7-4 in favor of Tampa. Tampa with 7 out of 11 face-off wins, and Toronto 4 out of 11. Anyways, let's head to the third period. I'll send it to you, Chris. All right, OV, thanks for that. As now we head to the third period. Tampa can hang on to this lead, or will the Leafs take a 2-0 lead back to Toronto? Here's Kucherov. Shot by Hedman, blocked by Carlo. Marner. Tavares. He is in. Tavares! Blocker stop by Johansson. Yeah, he had no passing lane to his right, so he just had to get a great shot there. And here's the chance. Here's that early chance from Max Domi. We can take a look at it. And just look at that. Nick Perbix at the right time. You'll see the puck, it hits the blocker, goes behind him, and I don't know how Perbix is able to keep that out. Like, we'll take a look at it here. We can see, so off the blocker, behind, and the paddle of the stick, or the blocker of Johansson, actually blocks Domi from getting a second whack at the puck. And here's Matthews behind Tavares. And getting it, and good pass, interception there by Jake Gensel. Here comes Kucherov. He getting it, and a good read by Stolars on that save. And point. That was blocked by Matthews. Kept in. Sending it. Here's a shot. Stop there. Behind the net. Will come in front. Point. Kucherov losing the puck. Marner's got it. Riley. And now Tavares has it. Tavares shoots it. Another blocker save on him. Tavares waiting it. Matthews waits. Shooting. Blocked. Getting it again. One-timer. Scores! Tavares gets the redirect. And the Leafs have tied it. Oh, man. That was a bomb from the point. That was almost offside. Ekman Larsson was the one that shot that. 4:05 into the third. Great timing to get that goal. Matthews, the shot was blocked there by Jake Gensel, and look at how close that is to being offside. Johansson is able to see where that shot is going, and sorry, that's a slap pass, I think. Here's the pass, nice to the point, and yes, that is a slap pass by Oliver Ekman Larsson, and what a tip from the alternate captain of the Maple Leafs. What a goal there from Tavares, making it a difficult angle for Johansson. And here's a shot, stopped by Stolars. Here's Ekman Larsson, nice. Nylander comes up, getting it, across, scores! Matthew, nice! And what a setup it is! 10 to nice, 2-0 Leafs. Sorry, 2-1 Leafs. Nice just
Nye scores that just a couple of seconds after.
It's just a great tip. One hand on the stick, too. And sorry, that's Nylander on your correction there, Chris. So a great pass and the one-handed tip right there on the stick of Nyes.
Cirelli and Nylander won by the Lightning. And here's a shot by Atkinson and a stop there. Ekman Larson on it. He's knocked down, gets back on his feet, gets hit again. But Nylander will come in, firing that, and good stop by Johansson on a wrist shot by Nylander. Cirelli and Nylander. Won by the Leafs. Hakanpää scores! What a shot there, seeing eye! A seeing eye shot by Jani Hakanpää. And the Leafs go up by 2.
And like you can see the lineup of players. That's 3 blue. That is 3 full dark blue sweaters lining up there to block the vision of their netminder. Like look at how wide that far side of the net is. Johansson still reacts with the blocker though.
Well, the Leafs seem like they're in command, but there's still lots of time to go. Here comes Cam Atkinson's centering pass. Chernak, a block, rebound, and into the end boards. Domi. Here's a Hagel to Atkinson. Hedman, Hagel in front, and that misses the pass. And Radish, shot, glove saved by Stolars, hangs on. .11:41 now on the clock here in the third. Here's a shot, and Stolars the stop. And Zemzis Girgensson. Pocheck there on Camp. Good hit there by Girgensson. Pacioretty now up and goes in front of Stolars. He wasn't going to cover it. And good pressure there by Nick Paul. Getting it, Pacioretty. Stopped by Johansson. Hangs on as he reaches out to grab that puck. And Darren Radish is on it. McDonough and Girgensson. Girgensson sending it. Paul. Radish. Stop, rebound, and that's out of harm's way. Tavares, Hakanpää. And sending it, Matthews. McCabe shooting off the glove. And that is caught by Ryan McDonough for the Lightning. And getting it. Here's a chance, and Stolars a good stop there off Darren Radish. .7:26 now to go in the third. Tampa looking to send it to a tie series in Toronto if they can get going. And here's a pass on Marner's in. Marner going in. Oh, he scores! What a goal! Mitch Marner! And the Leafs are up 3. A 4-1 Toronto lead in the third period. Oh, that is a beauty for this star player. That toe drag. Johansson misses the pocheck, and what a goal that is. That is unreal play there by Mitchell Marner. That's pretty much the highlight goal of the playoffs, it looks like. Well, sorry, the qualifiers. Oh, man. And Riley wins it. And icing against the Leafs here. 6.5 to go. Under 6.5 to go in the period. Point and Nylander. Darren Radish, slapper, stop, rebound, and that's into the corner. Point checked off the puck by Riley. Point, and he's on it. Here's a shot, that's deflected and stopped by Stolarz. Max Domi looks like he's got a break. Max Domi is in, and stopped by Johansson. Here's a pass on to Carlo. Nice. Riley to Domi. Just headed on net, that's deflected by Carlo. Not really in a spot for him to be at. Here's Braden Point coming in. Just makes a move. Await it. And getting it, Gensel shoots, good stop by Stolarz. Great movement. Under 3 minutes left to go, head this off, rebound, and it's still loose, and Riley is able to get it as Stolarz was down. And here's Domi, shot blocked by Point, and held in the zone. Tanev has got it, getting it, and that is outside of the zone. Here's Ekman Larsson. Max Pacioretty. Pacioretty to the point, and no one there. Nylander was getting off the ice. Here comes Scott Lawton. And KF holds it. Tanev will shoot, and a stop by Johansson. 47.1 on the clock. And getting over to Cirelli. And getting it. Here's a shot over top of Stolarz, and it's in the net. It's the new captain of the Tampa Bay Lightning, Victor Hedman. And it's 4-2.
Yeah, always hate for goaltenders to have that happen, as that's going to hit the blocker and go into the net. Happens a lot, and goaltenders cannot do nothing about it except try to figure out where that puck is. Stolarz probably knows it's gonna go off of him, and he tries to swing to block it into the corner.
Four to 2 now with 37 seconds to go. Chernak up to Atkinson. He'll shoot. Stopped there by Stolarz. Trying to get it to the point. Blocked by Pacioretty. Here's Lawton. Back to the point. Ekman Larsson will shoot. Blocked. And Yanni Hakanpää. Stop again. And Ekman Larsson will just let it go into the corner. He'll shoot that. Stop there. 4 seconds, and the Maple Leafs are gonna have a Game 3 in Toronto with a chance to end this qualifying series with the Lightning. Great win in game number 2 for the Leafs.
Yeah, well, you were down most of the game, and then you get 4 unanswered goals from your players, and that really gave the hype for Stolarz to keep all these pucks out.
Marner technically is the one that should get the winning goal because of his brilliant goal earlier. Well, the Leafs have a chance to end it in Game 3 coming soon. We'll see you in Toronto for Game 3. Thanks for watching this on Ovies NHL. Welcome to SAP Center and in San Jose, California, as this qualifying series between these two division teams in the Pacific is ready for Game 2. Kraken won Game 1 with a 5-1 victory. Can the Sharks pay it back and take it to Seattle for Game 3?
Well, an early hit in the corner. Jordan Eberle on William Eklund, and that's a big hit there. And we're not even a minute into the game.
Here's Vince Dunn around the boards. The backup goaltenders are in net for both teams tonight. It is Georgi Romanov for the Sharks and Philip Grubauer for the Kraken. First shot is stopped by Romanov. Here's Granlund on round to Timothy Liljegren. Here's Granlund, nice move. He's in, going in. Oh, what a stop, Grubauer. What a opportunity for Mikael Granlund to get the Sharks off and running. Ferraro blocked, and Dunn is coming through. Here's Eberle making a few moves. He goes in, takes it back. Here's Jared McCann. Montour shooting it, stopped by Romanov. Now up to Ferraro, 2-on-1, Celebrini. He's up with Toffoli, stop, rebound, and Celebrini shooting, stop, rebound, in off of a Kraken and in. And San Jose, for the first time this series, strikes first and takes the lead. The goal is gonna go to Logan Couture. And that is a great start for the Sharks to start off the second game of the series. Celebrini, one-timer, does not go. Jan Ruda's shot, that was blocked, and now we have a penalty on the Kraken. It's gonna be Alexiak. Didn't see what the call was gonna be. It's going to be an interference call on Jamie Alexiak. Kraken looking to escape it. Here's Evans, and Rasmus Kupari will get it deep. Eklund to Alexander Wenberg. Pass through his legs and gets it to him. Ty Dellandrea to the point. Here's Eklund. He shoots it, and that was kind of fanned on by Eklund. Granlund and Beniers won by Granlund. Eklund. Here's Wenberg, gets it to Eklund, gets it on the far pass, and that's taken by Matty Beniers. Rasmus Kupari will get it across, shooting, good stop by Romanov. And here's Mikael Granlund to Foley, sending Couture again, Logan Couture, stopped by Grubauer, and cleared down the ice. No icing because a power play going on still for the Sharks. And here's Tyler Toffoli. He's being tagged by Rasmus Kupari and Adam Larson. Kupari over to Chandler Stevenson. What a move! He's in and just shot it wide. Will Smith for the Sharks. Macklin Celebrini, he shoots it, trying to look for his first goal in Ovi's NHL, but that one stopped. Ty Dellandrea, shooting stop, rebound in front, Celebrini can't get his stick on that. That shot deflected by Celebrini, now it's stopped, and Grubauer will hang on to that. 3 chances there for Macklin Celebrini, trying to look for his first ever Ovies NHL goal. Will Smith and Dowling. Dunn has got it. Kako. 8 seconds left, and it's offside on the Sharks, where Wemberg thought he was good. Here's Wemberg trying to go in between. Wemberg is in. What a stop by Grubauer! And the power play comes to an end for the Sharks. Here comes Dowling. Dowling around. Montour shoots, blocked by William Eklund. On the short side, and Kako misses the net on that far side. Dunn. Montour blocked off a skate. And Couture sends it down, misconnects with Celebrini, and icing on San Jose. Mikhail Granlund and Matty Beniers. Beniers wins it. Here's Vince Dunn, a shot, another block, that time by Alexander Wemberg. Celebrini to Couture, shoots and stopped by Grubauer. Caught by Matty Beniers. Kaapo Kakko. Kakko will make a few moves. To the point, Montour losing control, and a backhand off the outside of the net, or hit Romanov, excuse me. And he'll cover for a whistle. McCann off the draw. Trying to go in front. That's blocked by Ferraro. Ferraro up to Smith. He's knocked down as Andre Burakovsky was there. And that will not be icing as Liljegren is there. The speed from the defenseman. Here's Barclay Goodrow. Goodrow on net. That's blocked by the stick of Andre Burakovsky. Here he comes. Burakovsky. Nice move. Can't get it, and McCann at the last second not able to get a stick on it. Missed pass there. Will Smith. And here comes Barclay Goodrow. Goodrow is in. He shoots, and that's into the corner. And offside is Jamie Alexiak on a powerful pass there. We got now under 5.5 to go in the first. The Sharks on a 1-0 lead to start game 2. And Wemberg, Vlasic, sending it tied to Landria, stopped by Grubauer. Good look. And here's Josh Mahora. Illi Tolvanen tackled down by Ty Dellandrea, and he's tackled down again by Mahora. Here's Mahora. And here's Schwartz, a shot, stop there. Chandler Stevenson to the point, and that one blocked off. Wemberg, Ty Dellandrea. He's in again. He's in on goal, and Grubauer, a big save. And here's Shane Wright, and a poke on him. Jan Ruda, collected by Marc-Andre Vlasic. And here's Couture, good shot, stop there. Shane Wright. Behind the net, Celebrini. And getting it, one-timer! Good save by Grubauer. Cody Ceci on the one-timer. 1:05 now to go in the first.
There's a great chance here from Logan Couture on this shot. Able to block that one away.
Mikhail Granlund and Matty Beniers, excuse me. Here's Toffoli, sending it low, and that's intercepted by Montour. Vince Dunn will come up. Kako is in. He misses wide. Beniers from an angle. Romanov makes the save. In the last 4 seconds, here's William Eklund. That's blocked aside by Grubauer, and that does it for the first period. It is 1-0 Sharks on the goal by Logan Couture. Georgi Romanov doing good in his first ever Stanley Cup qualifying game. Shots are 16-6 in favor of San Jose. A great period for the Sharks. Hits are 18-11 in favor of Seattle. Time on attack, 3:20 for San Jose and almost 3 minutes for Seattle, 2:51. Passing percentages, 87.5 for the Kraken, 76.5 for the Sharks. Face-off wins 7-5. Seattle took the only penalty in that period, and the Sharks couldn't score, unfortunately. Anyways, let's head to the second period. And the Kraken will start off here. A shot, they score! Jordan Eberle! What a shot! Right by the blocker of Georgi Romanov. And Seattle has tied it. 16 seconds into the second period. And that is probably a record-breaking goal in the Stanley Cup qualifier.
Yeah, that's definitely a record breaker, because I think it is like just under a minute, somewhere underneath that. And Jordan Eberle just risked this shot right by the blocker. A good toe drag move to make it happen. On their 7th shot of the game. Here comes Mikael Granlund. Mikael Granlund taken out by Vince Dunn. Andre Burakovsky, Vince Dunn again. He gets checked. And no one is gonna stand up for that hit. I don't think so. Here's Timothy Liljegren. He misses the pass but gets it. Mikael Granlund. And Vince Dunn will take it away. Brandon Montour. Montour coming in. He shoots it, blocked. And here's a shot. Good stop in the rebound. Stopped by Romanov twice there. And here comes Macklin Celebrini. He'll come in. Nice move. He's in. Good shot. Stopped by Grubauer. Going behind the net. Celebrini will get it in front. That was blocked by the stick of McCann. Here's Jan Ruda. Good stop, rebound. And Larson trying to clear it. Celebrini lost control of it as he was trying to get a wrister on net. And here comes Schwartz. Jaden Schwartz shooting, stop, rebound, and Grunstrom able to get a piece of it. Celebrini had to be onside. Here's Wemberg setting a pass in front, but too far for his teammate. And that one collected by Stevenson. And here's another interception. Vlasic takes care of that as Celebrini couldn't get it. And another miss percentage there by the Sharks. They get it again. Costin, another great play there by Chandler Stevenson. Eli Tolvanen. Tolvanen will shoot it, and Romanov a stop. Will Smith now up. Here comes Barclay Goodrow, and offside for the Sharks. Beniers and Goodrow. And it's won by Thrun. And Smith just lets it out. Thought he would have kept it in. And here's Goodrow. Centering pass, Smith.
He'll shoot, and a stop by Grubauer in the crease. And now it's Evans. Here comes Ty Cartier. Ty Cartier is in. Good stop by Georgi Romanov. And Thrug now up to Goodrow. Cody Ceci going for the puck, but that's out of his reach. Mahora, Kako. Here's Capo Kako. And here's a one-timer. Good save by Georgi Romanov. He hangs on for the whistle. 20-13 now the shots in favor of the Sharks. Wright and Granlund. Won by Mikhail Granlund. Toffoli. Here's Toffoli. Eklund. A shot that was stopped off the outside of the cage. Ruda stopped by Grubauer. Shane Wright now up with the Kraken. He shoots it. That one is blocked. Caught by Tyler Toffoli. At center, Mikhail Granlund is up. Here he is. Waiting back in. Grubauer the stop. And Jan Ruda. And that pass intercepted by Burakovsky. And getting it. And good block by Ferraro off his skates. Couture. And we'll take it. Here's a shot. What a stop by the glove of Grubauer on Ferraro. And Ferraro can't believe that. Here's Adam Larson around. Collected by Andre Burakovsky. Burakovsky will come around. Here he is. Adam Larson. That shot got deflected off, I think, Eberle. Now here comes Carl Grundstrom. Grundstrom, centering pass. Couture in front and can't get it. Grubauer was down. Liljegren and Celebrini, I think, got a tip on that. Sorry, that was Grundstrom. Ferraro. Ty Dellandrea. Slapper stop there. Jordan Eberle. And here he is. And he scores! Jordan Eberle! Another shot in the same spot. And this time, it's 2-1 Kraken. Oh my goodness, a back camera angle. Man, but Eberle is just able to get a great release on this one. He just unexpectedly releases this one. Romanov a little late to react there. That one goes over top of the blocker and in. Romanov has done well in this game, but that is now 2 goals against him, but he's doing all right still. And here's Jaden Schwartz. Pass to the far point, but cut off there by Jan Ruda. Here's Kostin, a shot. Stopped by Grubauer. That is going to do it for the second. Jordan Eberle has both goals for the Kraken in this game. Both from the same exact spot. 2-1 Kraken. Shots after that second period. 11 San Jose, 8 for the Kraken. Shots are 27-14 in favor of the Sharks. Hits are 31-20 in favor of the Kraken. Time on attack, 7:02 for the Sharks and almost 5 minutes for the Kraken. Passing percentages, 82% for Seattle, 78.7% for San Jose. Face-off wins are 11-7 in favor of the Kraken. And the penalty results still stay the same. Here we go for the third period. Here's Mikhail Granlund and Jared McCann. And here's Timothy Liljegren. Toffoli Ferraro blocked. Lilligren. Here's Gronlund. That one is blocked. Here's Eberle the other way. Jordan Eberle to Brandon Montour. That's cut off. Gronlund and Eklund to the point. Here's a shot. That one blocked away by Grubauer. Here's a one-timer. That one misses. And Grubauer will cover up after it went off the back wall. Kraken now on 5 minutes on timeout on attack. Here's Vince Dunn. Eberle looking for the hat trick. Here he comes. Will give a pass out, and Tyler Toffoli breaks that up. He gets it back. Here's Toffoli in front, across. What a save! Philip Grubauer off William Eklund. Oh man, that's a big save there for Philip Grubauer. He reads it so well. Jan Ruda, Vlasic, and taken away by McCann. Here's Eberle. And trying to get it down low, Jan Ruda. Toffoli. Up to Mikael Granlund. Jan Ruda waits it. One-timer, that one missing wide. Eklund. Vlasic. Sending it over, Eklund. Vlasic, a one-timer. Grubauer, another save. He hangs on. Sharks now on 30 total shots on goal. Couture and Stevenson, one by Stevenson. Oleksiak has it, now Schwartz. Jaden Schwartz. Back skate, here's Illi Tolvanen. He scores! Illi Tolvanen snipes it, blocker side, short side. And Seattle is up by 2 in game 2. Well, this is just great job by Jaden Schwartz here. Create space, and look at all the room Illi Tolvanen has to take that shot. That is amazing. Just get it, just reverse on the brakes. Couture is very late to get to his point guy. And here's Carl Grundstrom to the point. Jan Ruda. Celebrini. That's taken away by Jaden Schwartz. Now it's Chandler Stevenson, the former Stanley Cup champion with the Vegas Golden Knights last season. Schwartz, Mahora, stop there. Tolvanen. Macklin Celebrini is with it. The youngster. And here is Grundstrom across. Couture! Stopped by Grubauer. Evans slowed that pass down by getting a piece of it. Chandler Stevenson delivering a big hit to Macklin Celebrini after that pass. Just a big hit. Wennberg and Stevenson. And Montour's on it. Brandon Montour. That's intercepted. 3-on-1 for the Sharks. Ty Dellandrea. What a stop by Grubauer. As Ty Dellandrea can't believe it. It was a 3-on-1. Sorry, actually a 2-on-0. Yeah, well, there was no chance for Wennberg to react to get a quick shot as he was right in front of the net. He's screening Philip Grubauer at that time, and that's how he gets a good blocker save there as Wennberg just closes in front of him. But he was not able to get that pass there. What a chance there for Ty Dellandrea. Wennberg and Beniers. One by Wennberg. Thrug shoots it. That's wide of the target. Ty Cartier. And getting it. Thrun blocked. Costin. Cody Cece shooting. He scores! Cody Cece a blast! And the Sharks finally get one back. And they're within one. .9:20 to go in the third period. It's close now.
Well, they're finally able to stop Philip Grubauer here. This is not even a screen shot here, as maybe probably a little bit of a screen by Carl Grundstrom. But it is a one-goal game now.
Montour feeds it. Capocacco. Centering pass, and that misses Ty Cartier. He's around the net. Trying to send it in front. Oh, what a stop by Georgi Romanov. A tricky one it looked like for him, but he makes the save. Here's Liljegren. Across. Stop by Grubauer. Alexander Wenberg with a beautiful opportunity. Kako. Montour went to the Stanley Cup final with Florida last season. Toffoli sending it. Ferraro can't shoot it thanks to Ty Cartier on the back attack. And Granlund at the point. Ferraro. Liljegren shooting. That's deflected wide by Eklund. Eklund again. And here's Liljegren. Stopped again. And Eklund's got it. Liljegren. Granlund. Ferraro will shoot it. Blocked by Cartier. Toffoli. Liljegren kicked out by the pad of Grubauer. 4.5 to go in the third period. Sharks trying to tie it and get it to a tie. And in front, and Romanov makes the save. He'll play it out. Eklund. Jan Ruda. Here's Ferraro. He's in. Could not shoot the puck. What a back check by Brennan Montour. Celebrini. Ferraro blocked by Carl Grundstrom. And here's a break. Jared McCann, he's in! And Jan Ruda just pulls it off the line. Oh, what a chance. And Macklin Celebrini, he's in, shoots! What a stop by Grubauer again! Another fantastic chance for Macklin Celebrini. And here's Jan Ruda, backhand stopped. Final minute in the third. And blocked by Eberle. Okay, like, it's not gonna give the option to empty the net. Like, it's not gonna give it. Grundstrom. Here he is. He shoots. He scores! Goal! Grundstrom has tied game 2. 3-3. We are even. What a moment for the Sharks here. Down 3-1 to tie it. And it might go to overtime. Oh man. Carl Grundstrom has tied this game at 3. Tied Delandria's shot. That was blocked. Marc-Edouard Vlasic, Costin down low, intercepted by Tolvanen. Here come the Kraken, not a lot of time left. Mahora, glove stop by Romanov, and he hangs on. Wenberg and Stevenson. Won by Wenberg. Oh, and that was a tricky looking one there. Almost an own goal from Jan Ruda. Costin trying to make a nice move there. Delandria took it down by Stevenson. Costin on it. Marc-Edouard Vlasic, that shot deflects wide. Ty Delandria. Jan Ruda, 7 seconds. Costin, good stop by Grubauer. And we are going to head to overtime in game 2. And we heard that there's a new ruling for overtime in the qualifiers. It will be continuous overtime until someone wins. Look at these results. Shots at the end of the third period. The Sharks 14, 6 Seattle. The Sharks every single period has went to double digits in shots. And they're up in the shots 41 to 20. Hits are 39 to 27 Seattle. Time on attack 12 minutes and 42 seconds for the Sharks and 6:35 for Seattle. Passing percentages 83.6% for San Jose, 75% for Seattle. Face-off wins 15 to 13 in favor of the Kraken, and the penalty and power play results are still the same. Here we go. And let's see how the ruling is in this. Is it full 20 minutes or is it 5? We'll take a look. And it is a full 20 minutes since it's continuous overtime. Vince Dunn to Jared McCann. Jordan Everly on a hat-trick watch. Gotta watch out for him. And Burakovsky on the knockdown. And here's Burakovsky. Good shot. Stopped by Romanov. Here's Brandon Montour. Shooting and tipped by McCann. Stopped by Romanov.
It's a great shot here and a good save by Georgi Romanov on that shot. Andre Burakovsky with a chance to end the game. Romanov says, no, sir.
And the Sharks win the draw. And that is caught by Montour. Here's a chance. 3-on-1, San Jose. Here's a chance. Across. They score. Game winner. Mikhail Granlund. And the Sharks have evened the series at a game apiece. And we're headed to Seattle for Game 3. Oh man, that's a big win right there for the Sharks. As they had a 3-on-1. Look at this. Almost looked like an awkward pass from, who was that, Tower to Foley. Man, what a win for the Sharks as they win Game 2. Well, it's been a great game between these two ocean teams in this ocean battle of the Pacific. Sharks win in overtime and send the series to Seattle. This is intense. Anyways, thank you for watching this incredible game between these two teams. And we will see you in Seattle for Game 3 soon. Thank you for watching. Welcome to PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh as we got game 2 of this qualifying Metropolitan Series. The Penguins lead the series 1 games to none. Let's see if they can make it 2-0 going to New York City for game 3. Keandre Miller to Mika Zibanejad. He'll reverse back. Adam Fox. Here's Panarin. On to Alexis Lafreniere trying to make the pass out front, and Miller will miss that as it's out of his reach. Adam Fox again. Alexis Lafreniere. He'll shoot it. Blocker save there by Blomqvist. The one is in front. What a stop there by Blomqvist! Two greats. The second stop was better than the first. It was a shock, and the first save of the series for Jonathan Quick as he hangs on. Here's Trocheck and Novik, won by Novik. And try to bank it in off Quick. Not going to happen, it seemed there. Here's Filipino for the New York Rangers, sending it across, and it goes off of a skate and never made it back to Hedel.
The big hit by Kreider on Erik Karlsson off of that shot he got on net earlier.
Novak and Trocheck. And Drew O'Connor's got it. Now to Ricard Raquel. Raquel. Back at shot save. Rebound. Scores! It goes into the net off Raquel. And the Penguins strike first in game 2. Just under 5 minutes in. Here's Jacob Trouba, will send it in. Here's Trocheck, shoots that, and goes all on top of the net. Hedel, sending it across, great save by Blomqvist. Raquel, big hit there. Trocheck will come in, sending it back. Trouba just gets that puck. Shooting save, rebound, Hedel in front, and he was stopped by Blomqvist. And here comes Novik. Matt Grzelcyk will shoot. That one blocked by Jacob Trouba. And Brodzinski will bring it down, and that is not an icing. St. Ivany. Drew O'Connor. Lars Eller. Eller will shoot, and a save by Quick. Back into the Pittsburgh zone. Graves, and he's tugging away. Here's a chance here. Obe Kubel in front. Brodzinski saved by Blomqvist. Well, Brodzinski was not even in that good of a spot there, as he could have tricked the goaltender a little bit. He was way too close on the goaltender when he received that puck. Here's Rempe and Hayes, won by Rempe. Brady Schneider and blocked, and try to send it up, but it was blocked and intercepted. St. Ivany. Graves up to Matt Nieto. Here's a shot by Lars Eller. Good shot. Stopped there by Quick. 3-time Stanley Cup champion in net for the Rangers. 3-time champion with the Kings back in the early 2010s. And here's a pass, a goal. Here's Rempe, what a stop again, Blomqvist. Another brilliant stop by the Pittsburgh netminder. And trying to send it, Carlson, what a stop by Quick, unbelievable. And Sidney Crosby, and he's taken off of it by by Panarin. Panarin to Zibanejad. Here's Lafreniere, saved by Blomqvist. And around the net, collected by Erik Karlsson. Brian Rust has speed. Going in front and lost the puck. Crosby a backhander, and that's off the outside of the cage. Panarin up now to Mika Zibanejad. And getting it. Miller shoots. Blomqvist, another save. Under 4 to play in the first period. Chris Letang will feed it to Lizotte. Lizotte is going to come in. Here he is, nice move. Puljujärvi! Oh, just wide of the post. It just got a piece of quick, just enough to trickle wide. Now Hedl has got it for the Rangers. We'll get it. Trouba shoots. Stopped there by Blomqvist. Took it by Kreider. And Trouba shoots. Scores! Jacob Trouba has tied it for New York. The Rangers captain gets them going. Well, they did that same play on the first attempt and it was stopped, and now this one connects. Goes right by the blocker of Blomqvist. Face-off is won by the Rangers. Trocheck. Lars Eller Nieto broken up by Jacob Trouba. Trouba now up to Philip Hedl. Hedl will come in. And gets a one-timer blocked in front of the net. And here's Kreider, a backhand blocked as well by Grzelcyk twice. Jacob Trouba shooting. That one blocked again. That one was Kevin Hayes. 3 block shots in a row for the Pens. Chris Kreider is going to send it into the zone, and that does it for the first period as the Rangers and the Penguins are tied. The Penguins had an early goal, but Jacob Trouba has the answer to tie it. And shots after that first period, 10-8 in favor of New York. Hits are 17-10 New York. Time on attack, 3-13 for the Rangers, 2-11 for Pittsburgh. Passing percentage is 82.8 for Pittsburgh and 76.7 for New York. Face-off wins are 4-3 in favor of the Rangers. Now let's send it to the second. That was pretty quick from you to say that, Ovi, but thank you very much. Here's Zibanejad and Crosby. Won by Sidney Crosby. And Lafreniere takes it off of him. And going in front, they score! What a quick one! Adam Fox gives the Rangers a 2-1 lead. That one comes 38 seconds in. And that does not beat Jordan Eberle's time of 16 seconds into a period. Zibanejad and Crosby, won again by Crosby. Malkin firing that quick, the save. Into the corner now. Here's Artemi Panarin. Over to Alexis Lafreniere. Getting in, shoots it, good save by Blomqvist. Trying to get a quick shot by Fox, it doesn't happen, and Rust clears the zone. Adam Fox will bring it out. Fox over to Zibanejad, he shoots it, save made there. Malkin trying to clear it, but it doesn't happen. And here's Zibanejad, good play there. And Malkin will take it up. Rust. Pettersson
That's behind the net, and sorry, not behind the net, around the boards. And now here's a chance for Hedel. Philip Hedel's in. He's in on goal, and he lost the puck. Going in front of the net, Kreider. And here's Trocheck, a save, rebound, Hedel, save again. A couple saves for Blomqvist. And that one fanned on. Here's Ryan Lindgren, good save by Blomqvist. And Jacob Trouba shoots it. Oh, and it's in the net. I'm not sure how that managed to get through. Jacob Trouba has his second. Makes it 3-1 Rangers. Man, I could not tell at all how that went into the net. I think Trouba was the one that tipped that. No, he's the one that shot the puck, and then it goes. Can't see where that hits. It looks like it hits one of the Penguin players, because the alternate captain is at the front of the net. And let's see, will it hit anyone? It looks like, yeah, it hits the kneecap and in the arm or the elbow of Marcus Pettersson, and it deflects in. Oh, that's unfortunate. Vincent Trocheck and Matt Grzelcyk will come up with it. And that's pochecked out. And can't get much to do there. Hedel, Trouba. And the Rangers force a 3-on-2 into their zone. Scores! Vincent Trocheck! And it's 4-1 Rangers here in the second period. That is 3 unanswered goals. Well, they get a couple really quick, and this one beats Blomqvist off the blocker and into his own net. Another difficult one, as it's another break for the Rangers. A bad break for goaltender Blomqvist. Brodzinski on the draw, and he wins it. Obey Kubel. Here's Ryan Lindgren. He'll shoot it. Deflected that time there. I think that was Hedel that may have got that. Here's Obey Kubel trying to center that. Sorry, that's Will Cooley. Novak. Brodzinski. And here's Obey Kubel. Low to Cooley. Adam Fox trying to get it, and he did. And here's a pass, and here comes Ricard Raquel. Raquel shoots, and easy save for Jonathan Quick. He plays it. And that will be icing on the Rangers, as that I don't think was meant for Cooley to do. Matt Nieto. Miller. Round. Here's Brodzinski. Is centering past Fox, and Miller shoots it. That is blocked in front of the net. Brodzinski takes a little bit of a bump there from Graves. That one let out of the zone. Hayes is going to get it against Lafreniere. Here's Hayes looking for a centering pass. Great back check there. That was Braden Snyder. And Lafreniere, he scores! Alexis Lafreniere from Braden Snyder. And it is a 5-1 lead for the New York Rangers here in the second period. Man, the Rangers are not missing a lot of close-in chances, like last game. And this one is another blocker side shot. We have not seen. I don't think we have seen a single goal on the glove side against Blomqvist in this game. So Banajat and can't tell who that is. Noah Chari. Yes, it is. Blake Lazat will shoot it, and a save for Jonathan Quick. Here's Zibanejad and Noah Chari. Carlson. Eric Carlson with the shot, does not work, and here comes a 2-on-1 for New York. Panarin will send it. Lafreniere is in. Blomqvist the save, plays it out. Yes, Jesse Puljujärvi send it across, and Lafreniere is denied right on the doorstep by the pad of Blomqvist. Here's Jesse Puljujärvi. Centering it, broken up. And icing against the Rangers. Crosby now and Zibanejad. And here's a shot and a stop there. Zibanejad now takes it. Braden Schneider. Artemi Panarin stops, waits, shoots, scores! Artemi Panarin, beautiful work with the skating, and he goes short side on Blomqvist. And that is another blocker side goal for New York. Yeah, just puts on the brakes. That pushes Matt Grizzly got out of the way a little bit, and Panarin walks into to the slot and buries that right under the blocker. And the fans are letting. The fans are gonna let him hear it. 6-1 Rangers. Malkin. Reinblust. Kreider, a nice interception there. Filipino, centering pass, Trocheck. And Lindgren shoots it, that's blocked. Hedl at the point, and Letang will take it on a breakout here. Here he is, and he can't do anything. What a play by Jacob Trouba. And getting it, Trouba on the backhand, and he was blocked. Trouba. Here's Sidney Crosby. He's in! Save made there by Quick. And Crosby around the boards, and Kreider has got it. Trouba sends it to Trocheck. Trocheck. Trouba's in. Pass, save, rebound! Oh, how does that stay out? That would have counted if it went in. Oh my goodness. How did that stay out? Oh my God, the glove of Blomqvist. You've got to be kidding me. Man, gotta take a look at that save, dude. Oh man. Gotta take a look at that save. That was ridiculous. Unreal. Oh my God. What a stop by Blomqvist. Jesus. Anyways, shots after that second period. The Rangers 13, the Penguins 5. Total shots 23, New York 13, Pittsburgh. Hits are 29-15 in favor of New York. Time on attack, almost 7.5 minutes for the Rangers. Almost 4.5 for Pittsburgh. Passing percentage is 79.6% New York, 73.3 Pittsburgh, and the faceoff wins 11-6. As the Penguins have they have 11 out of 17 face-off wins and 6 out of 17 for the Rangers. Let's head to the third period. The Rangers were on a blowout in that second period, scoring 5 goals unanswered. Brian Russ will fake that, gets it to the point. Marcus Pettersson save, and the rebound caught by Fox. Alexis Lafreniere will come in and releases a toe drag shot, and a stop there for Blomqvist. And Lafreniere will go in front of Zibanejad, and that's blocked away. Marcus Pettersson. Rust. Erik Karlsson blocked off Fox, I think. Here's Panarin. Now Zibanejad will get it in front. Lafreniere, oh, what a goal! Alexis Lafreniere, and it is 7-1 New York. Oh, sorry, that's because Zibanejad that's gonna get it actually. I wonder how. Did it maybe hit off of him? I think it did after this Lafreniere chance. Let's see, Zibanejad. Here's Lafreniere, and I don't know how it hits Zibanejad. We could take a quick look at that. Let's see how this hits Zibanejad. I'm not sure if we can tell here. Lafreniere with the chance. Here he is on the backhand, and no, it doesn't even hit him. It never hits him. Let's do it very slow here. Does it hit the skate maybe? No, there's no change of motion. See where the puck releases here. Lafreniere on the backhand. Very slowly here. No, it never touches Zibanejad like at all. Let's see. Let's see if this circle can tell. No, it doesn't. It does not hit Zibanejad at all. So I don't know how it's his goal. And the face-off won by Miller. And they do count the goal for Mika Zibanejad after he somehow touched that puck, which was not even showed on the video. Okay, what? No way that's icing. He beat him to the puck. Yo, bro, he was just ahead of him. No shot that's icing. Marcus Pettersson. Drew O'Connor. Centering pass. Will go in front. Here's a shot by Novak, but never got to Quick. I don't think so. Trouba, Trocheck to Trouba. Trouba, centering it. Kreider, good chance there for Chris Kreider. That stopped. Jacob Trouba again on a hat-trick watch for the New York captain. And getting it, Erik Karlsson. Good back check by Obey Kubel. Obey Kubel will come in. And a shot. Obey Kubel scores. Oh, man. A shot beating Blomqvist to the blocker side. That's another one. Nicholas Obey Kubel makes it 8-1 Rangers here in Game 2. This one is going to technically do it for the game as they're up by 7. Rangers are going to clearly tie the series at 1. Still not over until it's over. And we hear the boos just raining down here in Game 2. And they win another face-off. Blomqvist will still be in the net. The goaltender will have to play a full game. Kevin Hayes centering it over. Here's Grzelcyk. And here's a shot that's blocked. Here's Eller in front of the net. Nieto behind Eller. Letang blocked. Into the corner, Braden Schneider. And that's Hayes. Here's Grizzlick, sending that wide of the target. Here's Will Cooley. And he shoots it, blocked by Letang, and that's out of the reach of his teammate, but he'll pick it up. Here's Matt Grizzlick. He'll shoot it, and a blocker save there. Here's Grizzlick, Malkin. And here's a shot, no chance on goal. Cannot get that puck free. Zibanejad will. Just way ahead of Lafreniere. And getting it in front, and Panarin not able to get that pass as Sidney Crosby has it. And going in front, here's a shot, good movement there. Crosby almost set up a great opportunity. St. Ivany. Now Lazat going in front, a Chari block shot. St. Ivany, that's another save for Quick. And New York is going to come back. And here's Zibanejad, and thought Panarin was right beside him. He could not look to his side. Here's Lazat. St. Ivany. Here's a shot, and they score! They get one back! Ryan Graves, his second in 2 games. Ryan Graves, his second of these qualifiers, makes it an 8-2 game. Scoring streak is over for the Rangers. They had 8 unanswered, and now it is broken to Pittsburgh. Well, it says a slap shot, and that has not been beating Quick as much as we have seen many slap shots in the recent periods. And here's a shot by Raquel that was stopped. Graves, here's a St. Ivany tip, save, rebound, and one-timer that was blocked. Jimmy Vesey, hard up to Carrick. Centering pass, VC, shooting. Good save by Blomqvist. Around the boards, Graves will chase it down. Drew O'Connor. Drew O'Connor saving the rebound and gets to Ryan Lindgren. Here's Philip Hedl. Now Trocheck, backhander, he scores! Oh, how does that go into the net on the blocker side? That's another one. 9-2 Rangers. And they clearly set a record for most goals in a game in the Stanley Cup qualifiers in history. They could hit double digits in this game. Oh man, it has not been Blomqvist night, as Nedeljkovic is going to be starting in net in Game 3. As for every team that plays a Game 2, they just wanted to give their secondary goaltender a chance, and clearly Blomqvist is not having it. And here's Erik Karlsson, a blast, save, rebound, and that was stopped. That was not even stopped as it never got to the goaltender. Matt Nieto, blocker stop there. And here's Erik Karlsson, blocked by Vincent Trocheck. Here comes Hedl, 3-on-1 New York. Hedel's gonna come in. Nice move in a backhand and almost got it. And Brodzinski across, and Kreider makes it 10, double digits. Chris Kreider, and that one's gonna go. That's gonna go 7-hole on Blomqvist. This game is over pretty much, 10-2. The Rangers cannot stop finding perfect positions. Well, and they also have been a really good defensive team in this game too. Like Pittsburgh cannot get through. They did get through for 2 goals, but the first one was pretty simple. Brodzinski, now it's Will Cooley around the boards, and Malkin around. And Eric Carlson has it. Eric Carlson goes in and can't get much on that one as it was blocked by a stick. Here's Obey Kubel. Obey Kubel centering it. Blomqvist makes a save off Will Cooley. 25 seconds left in the third. We're gonna have the series tied going to New York with the series tied. Almost 10 minutes of time on attack for the Rangers. Crosby and Zibanejad, one by Crosby. Just gotta try to get it through quick one last time, if they can. And the boos are gonna rain down here, as we can hear them. Fox, Lafreniere, here they come, and not that time, tries to bank it in, that does it. The Rangers hit double digits in a Stanley Cup qualifier game, as they have set a record for most goals in one game in the Stanley Cup qualifiers, taking down the Pittsburgh Penguins 10-2. And the Rangers look unstoppable now after that victory. Well, that is going to do it for this game. We will see you in Game 3 soon in New York. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. All right, Obies, NHL, that is going to do it for this stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll try to start my stream early in the morning tomorrow. But I gotta get working on one small stream and this big stream. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good night.